Nicole Smith.
And Steve Kime from Blood and Iron Martial Arts.
And today we're going to look at a rather obscure way to cut.
If we examine the longsword, you'll notice that there is predominantly two methods of attack, a hewing cut or a thrust.
There is a third option that is often overlooked, the slice, or as Meyer likes to call it, the Schnitt. In order to accomplish the Schnitt, you need two elements. The first of them being you need your edge on your opponent. And it's not just a sawing-like motion. It's going to take me forever to get through to him.
Saying I'm fat?
No, you're big bone.
In order for a Schnitt to be successful, we are going to need to break our opponent's structure. To accomplish this, we will target the wrists or the neck. From a historical standpoint, this was taught because the arteries are close to the surface of the skin and are more vulnerable. From a sport perspective, this will bring our opponent off balance and let us follow up with a number of significant strikes afterwards. Once my edge is on my opponent's wrist, I want to lever down, breaking their structure and making them vulnerable to follow-up attacks.
The first Schnitt we're going to look at is a slice to the neck. My partner's going to throw a downward descending cut that I parry an ox. I'm going to roll around, place the sword onto his neck, elevate down to break his structure.
The second Schnitt we're going to demonstrate is one to the wrists. My opponent is going to begin by swinging at me with a zwerk. I'm going to defend in a straight parry. And as my opponent moves to the other side, I'm going to pursue her wrists with my edge and push down on her wrists, causing her structure to break. The third Schnitt we're going to demonstrate for you is a push Schnitt. I don't always slide from the edge from my strong to my weak. Sometimes I go in the opposite direction. As my opponent comes in with his work, I once again defend with a straight parry, and as she transitions, I bring my edge to her wrists, and I step forward and push the Schnitt, breaking her structure.
The slice or the Schnitt is going to be less damaging than a thrust or a cut.
But it is an effective way to break your opponent's structure so that you can follow up with any number of attacks once they're vulnerable. We hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please like and subscribe.
And as always, a big thank you to our Patreon supporters. Without you, this wouldn't be possible.
If you enjoy the content that we present and want to join one of our live online classes, please click the link below.
And remember, if you don't put in the training, you won't get the result.